being a good girl today? Are you, oh, you're gonna eat my hand. Oh, thank you. Oh, Nugget says hello. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shay. If you're new here, hello, welcome. And today's video, I'm actually super excited about this. I'm starting a new series that is just called Training Sessions, and it's something I've wanted to do for a little while just to keep me and Sage still working together and we can have some fun little new tricks that we're learning. What are you doing? So we're going to be doing all sorts of fun new training things, so different little tricks, doing some Liberty work and just generalized training sessions. So we're going to start that with her, and hopefully we'll get to start some with a Mustang here fairly soon, hopefully, if all works out. But we're gonna start off today. I'm gonna tack her up and we're actually gonna drag some logs just because I need to get them moved. First thing we're gonna do, I haven't drug anything from her in a while, so I wanna do it with something light first and make sure she's comfortable with it. So I'm just gonna run over to the burn pile and grab something light, get it dragging behind her so she's used to that noise and the sound and the feeling and all that. She's typically been fine with it. I just haven't drugged something. Oh, it's probably been years, honestly.
Hello everyone, this is VoiceOver Shay here. I just wanted to do a quick voiceover to kind of explain some of the things that I'm doing in these clips, because otherwise it's just me talking to Sage and it makes no sense. Honestly, I feel like I expected a lot more of Sage and should have taken this from a slower stance. We really haven't drug something in years, so this was essentially new to her all over again. Luckily, she's handled it pretty well, but you can tell here she is a little bit intimidated by the object, which I think is just an old, like, piece of a bed. So basically what I'm doing here is allowing her to kind of see the object, smell the object without it following behind her. I didn't expect this to be an issue for her, which is why I just kind of started dragging the object with no big deal, but obviously it didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to. The whole time I work with Sage, I try really hard to keep a loose rein. The object that you see is tight is actually the rope that's just connected to the saddle, but it's not really putting a whole lot of pressure on her. My main concern is keeping less pressure on her face as much as possible. Sage does know a little bit of touch, which is something that I started teaching to her to let her realize that I'm never going to make her touch something that's scary and that's going to hurt her, so she usually is a little bit more inclined to touch the object and investigate it on her own. I do feel like I also messed up, that I should have been dragging on both sides just to work with the horse's brain. The horse learns from both sides of the brain, so to them you have to train on both sides, and I really didn't do that today.
Good girl. There you go. Deep breath. It's okay.
I try as much as possible to stay out of her line of vision. If she wants to be able to see that object, I want to not be in the way.
Ooh, ooh, easy. Over. Over. Back. Back. That was your whole butt. That wasn't over. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay. You want to put this one back now? You think we're good? We'll go try out a log or a Christmas tree first. What's the scarier? Honestly, probably the Christmas tree. That's scarier, isn't it? It's okay. Good girl. Okay, let's move this. So I think the hardest part about all of this right now is the fact that I am super pregnant. I haven't been riding, so I'm choosing not to get on her right now because I really don't need to come off. I am choosing not to ride her, which if I was riding her, I honestly would feel more comfortable, but I'm just not. And so that's how that goes. We're gonna attempt one of these logs. If it goes over well, great. If it doesn't, we'll probably just work on her little trick training and then be done for the day. I don't want to go overboard and stress her out, because for whatever reason, that little adventure was a little spooky, but that's okay. I also don't think I prepared her very well for it. I think I just was kind of like, we're gonna drag this and went with it. So, you're being very good. I know. We just need to get you to focus on what we're doing and not the grass.
So this log is a heck of a lot heavier than the object that I was just using to kind of work with her a little bit. It's definitely been sitting out in the rain, so it is waterlogged and very heavy.
Okay, we're gonna walk. This is gonna drag, okay?
I really wish I was holding my lead rope better than having it looped around my hand. You can see her definitely get uncomfortable here. As much as we are out of frame at this point, I thought it was important to leave it in.
It's okay. Easy. 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 It's okay. It's a big log. Easy. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl.
I want to reward any effort that she's making as far as dragging, so even if she swings around, I want to still praise her for taking the scary steps. At this point, I wanted to just get some momentum with this log because it was so heavy, but she was doing a great job with pulling it.
Okay, so I kind of wish that I had kept it going, even though I don't know how much you would have seen, because we had a little bit of a freak out moment, and I think it was just in combination of dragging the log through the gate, was a little bit scary for her. So we managed to get it in there. I'll show you guys where it's at after we get the Christmas tree brought down here to the burn pile. So can we stop eating, please? I swear to God, I feed her all the time. But I'm gonna head up to the house. Garrett's gonna hold her for me so I can go pee. Hashtag pregnant. Hashtag very, very pregnant. Great. I'm gonna move the tree. I know, see, that's scary. Is it scary?
I really wish I'd let her investigate the tree a little bit more. I can tell, obviously, that she's intimidated by it, and I wish that I took the time to just let her smell it, and you'll see why in a minute.
It's okay, I know, it came across your butt.
So you guys hear me say that it came across her butt, and that's where I wish that I had worked with her on both sides, because the rope touching her butt and it getting into the other line of vision, I think is what the issue was here.
Back, back, back. Good girl, back, back. Good. Ooh. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay.
At this point, I ended up switching the rope to the other side, which I think is, again, why she was a little bit intimidated. We hadn't worked with that side yet, especially not with the tree. And props to Garrett here for being my personal cameraman. This is, again, one of those points that I just wanted to praise her for taking the scary steps, even if that was moving sideways. And when she starts to kind of freak out a little bit, I give her a second to chill and process what was happening, give her some praise, give her treats before we start walking forward again. You guys can see here too, as soon as I switched back to her left side, she was back to calm again, so I definitely wish that I'd worked more on her right side. She definitely calmed down more at this point. She was a little bit more relaxed. Obviously, she's still a little bit on edge, but she was tolerating it a lot better. This is me trying to figure out how to walk through all of the mud that we have right there. You saw that she started to swing her butt back to the right, and I think it's because the rope touched her left hip and it made her uncomfortable, so she switched her hip back over to be able to see the object better.
But that's why, like, I try to stay out of her line of vision when we're walking, because I want her to see it. Good girl.
Her little snorts just get me. At this point, I really took the time to let her figure out that the tree wasn't something that was going to eat her. Definitely should have been done in the beginning and not after we just drug it throughout our property.
I know, it's so scary.
There you can see a little bit of pressure and release. Basically, I put some tension on the lead rope to get her to step forward, and as soon as she makes that step forward towards the scary object, I release. Once again, a little bit of pressure release. And at this point, she reaches out to sniff the tree, which was excellent.
smells like a Christmas tree. Good girl. That's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. This is heavy. Touch. Touch. Good. Good girl.
Once again, we're going back to touch and just encouraging her to reach out on her own terms to investigate the tree. This is another similar aspect to pressure and release. I'm putting the object closer to her, saying touch, and then as soon as she touches, I give her that release by pulling the tree away.
You're getting the arm workout. Yeah, it's getting the arm workout.
She's still tense in her body. Every time that the tree leans down towards her, you could see that she gets a little bit tense. But she's choosing to make steps forward to the tree.
There we go. We get the tree. It's okay. Easy. No, don't eat the tree. You're dumb. That's not even a tree. That wasn't even part of it. It's okay. Easy. Easy. Good. Good girl. We don't need to eat her. It's okay. Good girl. Okay. Back. 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 I know you got the rope on now. Back. Back. Good girl. You're so good.
Hi. Do you have more apple? Sweet girl. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to do that smile trick today, but I think we're just gonna leave it at that because with how much her brain had to work during all the dragging, we're just gonna call it with that. The neighbors' kids are having such a good time. I want to go ride quads. And it's getting freaking cold. I would like to go back inside or go get some Taco Bell. I might go get some Taco Bell because that sounds really good. That is it for today's little training session. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this series, even though today's video didn't exactly go quite as planned as what I was thinking. But that's how life is when it comes to working with horses. It's never, ever going to be how you plan it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. And we're gonna go get her some dinner because evidently she's starving. We're gonna take you to the pasture. Yeah. And you get to go eat somewhere, I guess. Even though she's literally been on a pasture all day. Sorry. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. You've done nothing but eat all day and you just think you're starving. You think you're starving.